Not to not talk of a man who has access to billions, who can send anybody on errand to go and find anything for him, and they are bringing you Oluwole certificate. It is sad. They should sack all of them. Because, I mean, it's not Tinubu that will go and do all those things himself now. It's some people who bring it to him and say, we've done it, sir. And he accepted it, or he didn't even check it. I'm looking for posts. Who is looking for posts does not criticize people. You'll be a fool to be looking for posts and criticize government. How will you get a job? You have to praise government now. You have to be a lackey of the leader. You have to go and prostrate and lobby your godfathers. GHY. Yeah. So it started before University of Chicago. It started from Government College Ibadan. Then to the primary school in Aroloya in Lagos. They were all lies, fake. And they had all the time in the world to scrutinize and correct. They refused. They are blaming Nigerians. The school said they did not, the certificate submitted to INEC did not emanate from them. So what's the meaning of that? Is English that difficult? Olan Adisa, is English that difficult? And not just that, in the deposition, they also said the social security number, they don't know what led to it, that it belongs to a woman. And they also mentioned that some of the documents contained in the entrance examination were not clear to them, because it was pointed out to them that the school, Government College Lagos, did not come into existence until 1974. So, and when you look at it, I graduated at the age of 8, in 1982, at the age of 22, I graduated from Ife. So, 1982, so if Tinubu graduated in 1979, it means that he was only 3 years my senior. And if my school start had been through early enough, I would have entered the university in 1980 at the age of 1980, at the age of 20, I would have graduated. I eventually graduated at the age of 22. So it means that Tinubu would have been my senior by only 1 year. So some of this confusion, these are the things I'm saying that, you see, people are worried. So was he born in 1952? Was he born in 1954? Was he born in 1955? People are confused. And if you miss my earlier talk here, I said, even Baba Basojo admitted that he didn't know his date of birth, but that they did the calculation like they do in those olden days. Like, okay, so when could it have been? This thing happened before that date, something, you know, and then they come up. So he picked the date, and that's the date he uses, and that's the date accepted by everybody. So it is not even, there is nothing wrong if Tinubu didn't know his date of birth. There is nothing wrong with it. But his handlers should have told him, let's fix a specific date, which they have picked, but not consistent in the document. So the affidavit should be consistent. So, but they left it carelessly, and now they are fighting on social media and looking for scapegoats. Now, just to them, once again, when things like this happen, apologize to Nigerians, don't insult them. Nigerians are not at fault. You made the mistake. Own up to your mistake, that's all. I'm not decides who will teach me how to read. I'm sure I got hold of the deposition before you and I read everything before you. But you are blinded by loyalty such that you couldn't see the things that everybody saw. No. Nigeria, we cannot run from military dictatorship and come and end up with civilian dictatorship. It's unacceptable. I've said my own. And I hope at the appropriate time, all the people who used to criticize other governments will rise up and criticize Tinubu's grave errors. We're waiting for all of them. The Bible says there comes a time when one cannot defend the indefensible. Yeah. But a lot of our guys are silent now because our own friend is involved. I wish them good luck. If they can live with their conscience, that's fine. Nobody has anything against Ashwaju, not me. But I have everything against those who are throwing tantrums and insulting people when the truth is staring them in the face.
A forged WAEC or other certificate to INEC for any office, you will be disqualified. Well, in response to Keyamo, Daniel Boala wrote, all the factual and legal points that Festus Keyamo raised and argued about Tinubu's certificate forgery from High Court to Supreme Court are the points haunting Tinubu's legitimacy today. All the tweets that Festus Keyamo made in 2019 to defend Buhari's certificate are the tweets killing Tinubu's defenses today. Keyamo to Tinubu is what Maguire is to Man United. Didn't I tell you? Kokoro Tony Jeffo, you know a follower. Yes, you can't play. You can't play with me. No, I had to go there, but that Daniel Wallace tweet was. But isn't it true, Ayo? I want to come to you on this one because I mean Daniel Wallace really just hit the nail on the head there. Yes. Because the whole point is about, you know.
It is well, it is well. Kábíyèsí o, Hosanna o, ẹ̀yin Jésù Kristi, ọba ikú. Gbéga o, ẹ̀yin Jésù o, ẹ̀yin Jésù Kristi, ọba ikú. Ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nínú mi dùn. Ayọ̀kúnnú ọkàn mi, torí mo ní Jésù. Ayọ̀kúnnú.
You know, for me, what I find most disparaging isn't that our president is being accused of identity theft. My bother, and which makes me downcast, is that the defense, if you see otherwise respectable, respected men and women in society who defend this.
Why do you think they are defending it?
Several factors. Ethnicity has to do with it. Political party membership has to do with it. People just believing that we shouldn't rock the boat. People just believing that, I mean, we no longer get bothered about things that are benumbing, things that otherwise that are shameful. A sense of shame, you know, is like the death of a sense of shame in our people.
Should they be shameful? Should Tinubu supporters be shameful?
I've tried to put myself in the position of Mr. President. And I imagine what will happen if all over the world, because look, it's not only Tinubu supporters who should be shameful. Every Nigerian should be ashamed of themselves.
Why should I be ashamed?
I give you an example. I have a senior friend who sent me a reaction to my column about 1 or 2 weeks ago. And he said, he was traveling from one state to the other in the United States of America. And inside the plane, the aircraft, a man or a woman who sat beside him asked, is it true that your president does not have certificate and his name is not his name? And he felt really very embarrassed. And I felt that right now we should be engaged with issues of development. The economy is almost collapsing. Society is in turmoil. I thought those were the issues that we should be, we should be engaged with. Not that somebody doesn't have a certificate. I thought that is too mundane an issue. It should ordinarily be a mundane issue because
Tinubu's credential.
Why would you not have a certificate?
Does he not have a certificate? APC lamp.
Again, it is as what's the name of this man? Curiouser and curiouser. It is to me very curious, and I felt that this was an opportunity for Mr. President to put all the doubting Thomases to shame, and that was why I wrote a piece that I did about 2 weeks ago that Tinubu must sack his lawyer, his U.S. lawyer, when the lawyer claimed that releasing his results to Atiku will cause him great hardship. And I said, well, I said, who should be interested in flaunting his first-class certificate? Tinubu has flaunted the fact that he had a first class, was the best, one of the best students in his class and all that. And I felt that that was an opportunity for him to flaunt it to the world. And then we began to see not only identity theft allegations, we're also, confronting issues that have to do with the fact that perhaps he was a female, he was actually not the person who went to the university and all that and all that. Mm-hmm. And for me, this is sickening. It's sickening.
I've heard people who call him Amuda.
Yeah.
That is his real name.
Yes.
That he just all of a sudden became Tinubu.
Yes.
Is that what these certificates or these academic credentials released recently?
Yes, I think that is at the back of the minds of those who are dragging the president. Don't forget that, as taciturn as our people have become in terms of being able to confront evil. Many people, those who knew him when he was a young man, many of them are still alive. I mean, those, even here in Ibadan, I know people who knew him in Oshosame, Okeado, Ibadan. And so what I also found very curious is that nobody wants to talk about him.
Is it that he has become so powerful?
I don't know. People do. Even his friends don't want to talk about him.
Everybody's afraid.
His primary school is something we don't know.
Very, very distressing. The current Minister of Aviation, Festus Keyamo, you remember during the electioneering process, when people were asking, where was his primary school? Where did he undergo his secondary school? Keyamo said look, you can, in the US, you may not even attend primary and secondary school. And that Tinubu didn't attend primary and secondary school. That he studied at home and went to Richard Dele and then went to Chicago State University. But now from documents we got from the CSU. This man, secondary school in Lagos in 1970. And information came out now to show that secondary school was not in existence in 1970, and that it was Mobolaji Johnson who established the secondary school in 1974. The man claimed to have had A-levels, I think Cambridge A-level, I can't remember now, in 1970. That was the same year he finished from the secondary school. And so when I hear people talk about, so what is the probative value, of the evidence that Atiku has got from Chicago, and that it is it's not an issue of, it's more of an issue of law than morality and all that. I'm so disturbed.
Poon's article, ex-VP set to submit documents in Supreme Court. Should we be talking about a Nigerian leader?
Thank you, and God bless you.